Tombstone, Arizona Territory, the morning of June 19, 1882. A day that started out about as quiet as any.
Did I understand you right? Did you say you ain't going to Durango with the rest of us? Was that what you said?
I said I don't have no score to settle in Durango.
Sure you do. We're gonna kill Doc Holliday in Durango.
It ain't that easy.
Why not? There's 5 of us.
Doc Holliday's the fastest gun there is. Ain't got any reason to mix with him.
I do.
Well, you mix with him then. I'm out.
Mace!
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
The afternoon of June 20, 1882. Lee?
Oh, hello, Harris.
Lee told me I'd find you here.
All right, you found me.
There's one mistake no man's supposed to make, least of all a sheriff.
What's that?
Getting caught in a crossfire. I'm talking about you going up to Durango after that Texan. What's his name?
Ed Mace.
Well, that's the crossfire. Him and Doc Holliday facing it out sooner or later. You in between.
I'll try to duck.
It's no joke, Clay. You're risking your life for nothing. Doc Holliday is going to get Mace. You know that. I could print the story today. Doc Holliday shoots down man who killed Tombstone deputy.
Well, Harris, I prefer Tombstone jury says man who shot deputy to hang.
You'll never read it. Holliday's going to get him.
Not if I can help it.
Well, that's just the point. You can't help it. But you can get yourself killed in the trying. Is it worth it?
Look, Harris, Will Hutch is dead. He was shot down by a cheap Texas gunman who was on his way to Durango. What do you want me to do? Sit around and wish that he were here so I could arrest him?
You couldn't arrest him if you were there. Durango's not in your jurisdiction.
I couldn't arrest him as a sheriff, but I can as a deputy marshal. I was sworn in an hour ago. You know the real reason I'm going. Will Hutch wasn't just a good deputy, he was a good friend.
Here's your bacon, Sheriff.
Oh, thanks. I'll see you, Harris.
Where's the sheriff heading, Mr. Clyburn?
Into a crossfire. It was a long ride across the Mogollon Rim to Colorado. June 23, 1882, Durango. Mace and his men arrived well ahead of Clay Hollister.
Howdy.
My horse needs a shoe.
I'll be finished here in a couple of shakes.
Don't hurry.
You a stranger in town?
That's right.
Fixing to stay on?
I might. I'm looking for an old friend of mine. I heard he was up this way.
Yeah? What's his name?
Doc Holliday.
I didn't know Doc had any friends. Oh, no offense.
Know where I might find him?
I hear Doc's been at the Royal Flush Saloon every night this week. Running real lucky. You a poker player, mister?
Now and again.
And I hear Doc's real tough to beat. A man can't bluff him.
Man might not have to. If you get out drawing.
You talking about cards or guns, mister?
Just talking.
Be with you in a minute.
be at the Royal Flush Saloon tonight. Tell the boys to keep apart and stay out of trouble.
Later that afternoon, Sheriff Clay Hollister approached Durango and headed straight to the marshal's office.
Of course, there's no telling when he's going to go for Doc Holliday or where. He might have been just talking big, about coming up to Durango in the first place.
No, I don't think so. He killed one of his own men just because he wouldn't come along.
Well, killing a man is one thing, Sheriff. Going up against Doc Holliday is quite another.
I still think he'll try it. I better stay as close to Holliday as I can.
Holliday won't like that.
I'll try to keep him from finding out.
Suppose you do. Let's say you find Ed Mace like you planned. Didn't you say he has help?
3 men.
Figure on taking them all on?
No, I figure on getting help.
Here. All right, Hollister. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. You know where Holliday is now?
Nope. But I know where he's going to be tonight. The Royal Flush Saloon.
I call you, mister, and raise you $100.
I think you're running one, Doc. Beats me.
Pair of 5s. Mister,
What's the matter?
when a gentleman leaves the company of other gentlemen, he usually excuses himself.
No offense, Doc. Excuse me, gentlemen.
That's better. Deal. Need a new player, gentlemen? Why not? That's what we're here for. Mace is the name.
I'm Farrell. This is Henderson. Maxwell. I guess you know this is Doc Holliday.
Howdy. Run them. Run them, run them!
Doc's are better.
It's up to you, Mr. Mace. It's a common name down around Dallas. I was in Dallas about a month ago. I know. I'll bet $50.
I'll play.
Did we meet before, Mr. Mace?
It's up to you, Doc.
Call.
I pass. Cards?
3.
Next 3.
3.
Hello. All alone?
Three 10s. The newcomer's good for my luck. Run him. Whiskey!
Right away, Doc.
Told you to keep an extra bottle at the table at all times, didn't I?
Sorry, Doc.
Expect me to drink out of this? It's filthy! You didn't think that was very funny.
Not very.
I don't like people who disagree with me, Mr. Mace. Ed Mace. Brother of Arnold Mace. Who's Arnold Mace? The man you killed in Dallas a month ago. Is that why you're here? That's why we're here.
There are a couple other people here, Mace.
Stay out of this. No interruptions.
Everybody stand still.
What do you want?
You're holding up the game.
I want him. You're under arrest, Mace, for the murder of Will Hutch, deputy sheriff at Tombstone.
Get up slowly, Mace.
Durango, Colorado, June 23, 1882. The patrons of the Royal Flush were amazed that Doc Holliday was still alive.
If I were you, I'd get out before he comes to.
Doc doesn't like any interference with his business.
Yeah, well, I'm interfering. Easy. Easy.
They got away, didn't they?
Yeah, but you did all right.
All right. This was a present to me when I graduated from dental college in Baltimore.
Pretty good present. Saved your life.
How do you like the nerve of him? He broke up my game, broke my flask, and tried to kill me. Mr. Mace has trouble coming.
I'll take care of Mr. Mace.
He's asking for it.
Mister, I was playing a nice, quiet, profitable game of poker until you open your mouth. Now close it, get out, and stay away from Mace.
He's mine.
Over my dead body. You better go back to Tombstone.
Doc. I will. Just as soon as I've found Mace.
You can draw first, mister.
I can't.
You have two guns.
Nobody's as fast with both guns.
You're lucky. You get another chance to clear out.
Just as soon as I find Mace.
Don't push your luck, lawman. Next time we meet, if you insist, your arm is liable to be all better.
I've never seen Doc act like that.
Neither have I. Must not be
If I were you, stranger, I'd just let that arm bleed and bleed and bleed.
They get away?
Oh, they're deep in the Red Rock country by now.
Where's that?
Southwest of us. It's a haven for a man on the run.
Pretty rugged?
Bad as it comes. Gorges, mountains, draws, ravines. You can't track a man. And you can't see him 10 yards away from him if he doesn't want you to. Looks like you're going to have to wait till he comes out, Sheriff.
Go through this again? No, thank you, Marshal. I'll take the rugged country. Thanks for your help.
June 24, 1882. The Red Rock country of Colorado.
I'm not better yet?
Well, he's coming along.
We might as well ride together, huh?
Break up the monotony.
Oh, I have another reason. You're better at tracking than I am.
By the way, my name's Clay Hollister.
Never heard of you.
The afternoon of June 24.
Those tracks aren't over a day old.
You tell how many riders?
Not for sure. More than 2 and less than 5.
That fits. Is your arm bothering you?
Yeah, I guess it's a sling.
Let it be. I'll take a look at it when we make camp. Who tied that?
Marshal.
He's a slob. Well, no wonder you were in pain. The circulation was just about cut off. You're lucky you haven't had gangrene already. Got any more bandage?
Yeah, saddlebag. Dentist, huh? Where'd you ever practice?
In Georgia.
Why'd you come out west?
I have consumption, mister. Or haven't you heard?
I'm sorry.
I'll leave this loose for the night. You should be able to draw in no time.
Thanks. Anything you can take to relieve that?
Maybe a bullet someday.
Doc?
Yeah?
Where's his brother, Arnold? What did you ever kill him for?
I don't remember.
The morning of June 25, 1882.
You know something? You're right about that circulation. Don't need to sling anymore.
I'll send you my bill in the morning.
We found them. Looks like they found us. Cover me! Don't do it, Doc. They're trying to draw you out.
It works, doesn't it, Mace? You could have had it quick and easy. One clean hole. Now you're gonna have 100 little holes. I'm gonna pepper you to death. Come on out, Mace, and take it clean.
Shotgun!
There's only one left, Mace.
I'm not so sure he's left. But I'm gonna find out.
Hold on, wait a minute. He's mine, remember?
How's your arm, Sheriff?
I guess you could say it's all better.
Now look, Sheriff, I'm grateful for your help. But I'm taking Mace.
He's my prisoner.
You can still make the first move. Sheriff, I want Mace.
You're gonna have to draw.
Over a dead man?
All right, Sheriff, now you can have him.
Just another one for you to forget?
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. The fabulously rich silver mines brought many elements to Tombstone. There were the cowboys, wild and reckless, and the miners themselves, strong family men who had emigrated from the old country. It often meant conflict.
Been all morning on the road from Charleston. I got a lot bigger thirst than them daisies.
Well, you mustn't get down.
I always like to meet a lady halfway. With them pretty blue eyes. Here's the spot. I'll take it in for you.
No, thank you.
Why don't you just sit a while on that nice shady porch with me?
No, please give it.
I'll settle for a hug and a kiss.
Lisa! Into the house, Lisa.
Off with you now, quick.
You know, I never figured that a Cornish miner would have a daughter that pretty.
I set off with ye.
No man handles me like that, miner. You know who I am?
No good cowboy scum.
Now, you better apologize or get yourself a gun.
I have no gun. You're mighty young and reckless to be owning of one yourself.
Don't come any closer, mister. I'll shoot. Now, don't you force me to shoot.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone territory.
Warning you, miner. Come on, miner, get up.
The matter's under control, Sheriff. That's the ruffian's weapon.
Now, what's going on?
He was molesting my daughter.
You're a liar. Since when's it a crime to talk to a gal?
You had hold of Lisa. I saw you from the window.
Get her out here and ask her if you don't believe me.
She'll speak her piece in court, not here on a public street. Inside, Lisa.
Mr. Carew, are you having trouble, sir?
Do I understand that you're going to bring charges? You do.
What's going on?
I'm taking this saloon loafer to court for molesting Lisa, for threatening my life with a revolver, and for disturbing the peace. And not one word of that in that paper of yours, do you hear?
The epitaph will publish whatever it sees fit.
If I was a fighting man, I'd like a couple of moments with him.
You're not a fighting man, Johnny. Brawling in the streets is precisely what I'm making an example of him for. Draw up your charges, Sheriff Hollister. I'll be down in an hour to sign them.
Billy.
Lisa. You're not without fault, Lisa. Had you not loitered with that cowboy, he would have not have taken liberties.
Sin to talk to a man? To be a good neighbor? Is it right that I should be cooped up in this house all day, allowed only to talk to Cornish men and women? This is America, Papa. Women are not slaves here. They're allowed to marry men of their own choice, not ones their fathers picked out for them.
That's enough, Lisa. Go to your room.
Please, sir.
To your room.
The afternoon of May 12, 1880.
Hi, Clay.
Oh, Frank.
Frank? Get me out of here, Frank.
That's what I'm here for, Billy. Put your hat on. What are you trying to do, Clay? Set an example of us boys from Charleston?
No, Frank. Billy just made a pass to the wrong girl. Daughter of old man Carew, mining superintendent at $1 million.
No need of suspicion of bail bond, Clay. Signed and sealed by Judge Casey, paid for and delivered by Frank McLeod.
Let's not try to settle this out of court, Billy.
Well, now, Clay, you know me better than that. I wouldn't start any trouble.
Yeah.
Thanks a heap, friend. You go out and get yourself in trouble real soon so I can return the favor. My hardware, Sheriff.
Oh, since you're not going to be starting any trouble, you won't need it.
Now, wait a minute. What if that old man goes in the prod for me again? Or somebody else starts something?
Jump behind the bar and grab a bottle.
Funny.
Come on, Billy. If you got need of a gun, you won't have trouble scaring one up.
You get through this trial a free man, coming back and pick up your 44 on your way to Charleston.
Okay, Clay. But if I get plugged in croak, it's going to be your fault. And I'll come back and haunt you. She was out there just a sprinkling the daisies, as pretty as you please.
Hey, Billy, somebody outside wants a word with you.
With me?
You're back for Billy Clanton, ain't you?
Did you give her a name?
I didn't ask.
Must be Rosie. Hey, see if you can fix me up with that girlfriend of yours from Benson.
Over here, sir.
What are you doing here?
I had to talk to you.
Look, lady, I don't want any more trouble.
I run off from home.
Oh, no, that's just fine.
You will help me, won't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, you stood up to my pa, didn't you?
Well, now, wait a minute. You're getting this all wrong, ma'am.
You said you wanted to sit on the porch with me. You said you wanted to kiss me.
Shucks, ma'am, I was just talk. I was just walking around.
You didn't mean it?
Need any help, Billy? It was nothing, Frank. I'll be right in. Afraid I'm gonna beat your time, Billy boy? I said it was nothing, Frank. Hey, this is her. Yeah, now beat it.
What's she doing here?
None of your business.
Why, Billy boy, this sounds serious.
Look, Frank, don't push me too far.
Okay, Billy, I'm sorry. Okay.
You see what you done? He's my best friend. You're nothing but trouble. Good girls are nothing but trouble. Now get this straight, ma'am. I can't help you none, so just stay away from me, you understand? Just stay away!
Midnight. Sheriff Hollister had planned to catch a few winks before his late rounds. That's what he had planned.
I'm glad you're here. I was so frightened.
All right, what's the trouble?
I thought he liked me,
You thought who liked you?
but Billy Clanton.
What's going on between the two of you?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I was just foolish and stupid. I left home. I've just got to get away, that's all.
Now, running away doesn't help anything.
Well, I'm not going to marry Johnny Coster.
Well, you don't have to marry him if you don't want to.
It's not that easy. See, Mama died when I was little. Papa never would talk about her. I don't know why. Well, he's been the only one to tell me what to do. And he won't allow me to know anybody except Cornish people. I mean, no American girls who go to dances and socials and laugh out loud, bold as you please. Don't you see?
Yeah, everybody gets lonely sometimes.
And now I've been promised to Johnny Coster, just like they do in the old country. Is that the way it's supposed to be for a woman in America? For me?
Everything will look better in the morning. Come on, I'll walk you home.
I'm not going home. I told you that. I just can't stand it with Papa anymore. I'm a human being, and a woman has got to have some rights.
All right. You gonna stay with friends?
I don't have any friends that aren't Papa's friends.
Well, then where are you gonna stay?
Here.
Oh, you can't stay here.
Well, I could stay in there.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a jail, not a rooming house.
Well, where am I going to stay?
Well,
I just didn't know anybody else to come to except you. You're the sheriff.
The morning of May 13, 1880. Johnny Coster was a troubled young man.
Leases run off, Sheriff. Bed wasn't slept in all night. Old Caruth's fit to be tied.
now take it easy, Johnny. Have some?
Thank you, no. I know it don't mean much to you, Sheriff, but I'm fond of Lisa.
I wouldn't want anything to happen to her.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're so concerned about her, seeing that you two are engaged.
How'd you know that?
She told me last night. But I also got the impression that she's, well, not too fond of you.
Where is she?
I'm not sure that you're the man to know.
This is family, Mr. Hollister. You've no right to meddle.
Now, you listen to me, John. Frightened girl came in here last night looking for protection. I'm not about to throw her to the wolves, even if her father is one of them.
Understand this, Mr. Hollister. Lisa's happiness is my only concern.
All right, Lisa, come on in. Miss Carew spent the night at the Palace Hotel, courtesy of the sheriff's office.
I'm not going home, John. I'll do anything, but I'm not going.
Well, what you do now, Lisa's between you and your pa. But there's something else. Something you told Mr. Hollister that's between you and me.
Well, now, look, I'm not very good at peacemaking, but
answer me straightly. Did you run away because I asked your pa for you to marry me?
Yes.
Don't you like me, Lisa?
Oh, it isn't that. I like you, John.
Well, what is it then?
Well, it's just that you were always Papa's friend. You seem like my uncle. I mean, like my brother. You never even looked at me. You never once told me that you liked me.
Well, then I'm telling you now. I like you. I can't ever think about a woman, but it's you that I'm thinking of. I want you for my wife.
You're just saying that to get me to come home.
No, I swear what I'm telling you is the truth. Come now. I'll take you home to your pa.
No. I have to be sure. If I went home now, I'd never be sure of you, or of myself, or of anything.
He's a good man, Lisa. He's solid, kind.
It's just not the way I heard it was supposed to be.
What is it that you want?
I want to be wanted. Is there anything so wrong in that? I want to be courted and desired. I want men to look at me the way they look at other girls. The way that cowboy looked at me yesterday. I'm sorry. I guess you think I'm shameless.
No, you just got set down in the wrong town. You wait here. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Billy? Want a word with you.
Don't let him buffalo you.
I was just picking my teeth, Sheriff. I wasn't even thinking mischief. What's this between you and Miss Carew? Who? Lisa Carew. You know what I'm talking about.
Why, nothing, Sheriff. I never laid eyes on her until yesterday.
Pretty powerful eyes, if you ask me. You're giving her notions.
Notions? Like what?
Like getting married.
You just right for marriage. Now, hold on a minute, Clay. You got the wrong man. I don't go much for barnyard hens. I like my chicks wild and gamey.
Marriage would do you good. Might tame you down before you got that fool head blown off. Oh, Mr. Carew, you looking for me?
I see you, Hollister. You and this barroom stew bum with your heads together.
There's no place to talk.
I don't want words with you. I want my daughter. I believe you and this cowboy know where she is.
Look, you buzzard, I've had just about as much out of you as I can take.
Don't be yelling at me, you scum. I'll settle with you in court.
That's it. That's enough. Billy, you and Frank go inside. You better go home, Mr. Carew.
Where's my daughter, Hollister?
In my office?
In your office, eh?
Under protective custody.
And is that where she spent the night, Sheriff Hollister? Under your custody?
Why, you evil-minded old man. Come on, we're gonna settle this right now.
With pleasure, Sheriff.
Well, you don't carry a gun. What am I supposed to do?
There's many ways, Billy, if you got a mind for it.
Well, I got a mind. Just don't see how.
Drink up, friend. You want to get the picture real clear.
I get the picture. Real clear.
Lisa, I've come to take you home. The last time. Will you or will you not come home with me?
I'll not marry John, Papa. I'll not.
After last night, I doubt if he'd want to marry you. Come.
No.
Do you know what would happen to you in the old country? You'd be driven from the house and never permitted to return. I'm giving you this second chance, your last chance. Are you coming?
I've always been good, Papa, and obedient. Don't you care what I want? Don't you care about me?
Care about you? The only thing I have in this world? Come home, Lisa.
I'm afraid to go home. Afraid not to.
What?
I'm afraid I'd end up hating you.
Hating me. Lisa, I will tell you something about your mother. Excuse me. You remember your mother, Lisa?
Yes, a little bit.
She was like you, pretty, restless, headstrong. But she never died like I always told you she did. She left me. Ran off with a seafaring man with a handsome face and a sun-browned skin and a swagger to his walk. A young man like your cowboy, Lisa. Yes, I have been strict with you. But I wanted to raise you so you wouldn't turn out like her. Maybe that's where I was wrong. If I have made a mistake, I pray the good Lord will forgive me.
I'm going to go home, Sheriff.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Yes, I want to.
About the cowboy, Sheriff Hollister, I think I better drop the charges. I'm glad.
I'm sorry you've been such a bother, really. Thank you.
Hey, how about my bottle?
Oh, excuse me!
You sure get the picture real clear?
Mr. Carew!
Wait here, Lisa.
I'd like a public apology, sir, in front of my friends.
Well, I'm not pressing charges against you, young man. I hope that will satisfy you.
It does not, sir. You linked my name in a scandalous fashion with your daughter. And I'm not about to sink so low as to have truck with minors. Or minors' daughters. This time, old man, I'm gonna kill you. Better go get yourself a gun.
I've never used a gun in my life, but I'd like to get my fingers around your living throat.
You better learn how to use one quick.
Let him alone. You're drunk, and he's an old man.
Off the battlefield, Miner, or make your fight mine.
Johnny, take Lisa home.
I'll not be leaving you for dead, Mr. Carew.
Pick up the gun, old man.
No, Papa.
Keep her there, Johnny.
I'm giving you more than a fair chance, old man. I'm gonna wait until you point the gun at me before I draw. Now go ahead and pick it up!
Hey, come on running.
No, Papa!
I had hopes for you, Billy. But you're nothing but a worthless troublemaker. You almost killed a man. If you ever make trouble in Tombstone again, I'll stop you again. So help me, I'll stop you good.
Are you all right, John?
It hurts, but I live.
John, I'm sorry. But I'm sure of a lot of things now. A lot of things that I wasn't before.
May 20, 1880. An important event was about to take place in the Carew home. So, folk, we're late.
I gotta wear a tie.
Oh, all duded up. How does it feel to be best man at a wedding?
Too close for comfort?
Funny, wasn't it?
What is it?
Lisa couldn't even see Johnny until he picked up that gun. Then, all of a sudden, he's her kind of man.
Oh, what women do, I don't even try to reason out.
Next time I go to be a peacemaker between a man and his woman, grab me over the coattails, will you?
You better get down to Rosie's place, Clay. She just took a shot at her new man.
Oh! Have you forgotten already?
Is he hurt bad?
No, just a scratch. But he's holed up in the Baptist church and don't dast to come out.
You tell him to stay there until after Johnny Coster's wedding is over. How's that?
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Naco, Mexico, 30 miles south of Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Where are the other faceless ones? Where is Santiago? Where is he hidden?
Comandante Nexor, ¿cómo está?
Señorita Marta Teresa. Where's the man you told me about? You call this a man? This is a boy.
What would you call me if I brought in Santiago? A boy or a man?
A miracle worker. A hero.
I can get him for you. If you want him badly enough to make it worth my while.
Badly enough. Only the simple fact of his body can convince these superstitious campesinos that he's truly dead. I can fight a man. I cannot fight a myth. Santiago. In person. Dead or alive. 20,000 pesos reward.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
The night of October 13, 1886. Los Sin Cara, the faceless ones, had reached Tombstone. The territory was to become the unwilling host to the desperate fighters for freedom, or bandits, depending on who you believed.
Wonder who they are. I don't know yet. Need any help? No, just stand by.
Senor Clay Hollister?
See? We are Los Sin Cara. Santiago, our leader, said you would know us by his ring.
You sure look done in. Bet they haven't had any food or water for a couple of days.
Santiago, the leader of the faceless ones. You know him, Clay?
Yeah, we were schoolmates. Looks like you came across the border to get away from Nexer. What do you want in Tombstone? We need provisions. Santiago said you were his friend, that you would let us go on. Others might turn us back to Nexer to collect the reward. I can't let you stay in the territory. We're hungry. We need food.
It's the emptiest wagon I ever looked into. Poor fellows just about sold their saddles.
Where'll you go? As far as we can. We won't stay in Tombstone territory. This I promise you. You understand that I've got to uphold the law. I can't let you through carrying your guns. It's a law of the trail. You don't turn a man loose without a gun to protect himself. I'm sorry. Bueno, Santiago would not go against you. Los rifles, muchachos. That it? All except our knives. That's good enough for me. We're very grateful, Senor Hollister. Santiago. Where is he now? No matter where one is, one's friends are always close. Santiago is with you now. Muchas gracias, amigos. Adiós. Vamos, muchachos. ¡Viva los cercanos! ¡Viva!
The morning of October 14, 1886, Charlie Petrie made a grim discovery.
Yeah, it's blood. I guess that wagon wasn't so empty after all.
False bottom?
Had to be. Guess Santiago was closer than I thought. They must have been carrying him in the wagon.
Yeah. Badly wounded, too.
Harris, this could be real trouble. If Santiago's as badly off as all that blood seems to indicate, they can't take him far. They'll have to hide him around here, in the territory.
Yeah, and if Nixer finds out, he'll raid in after him for sure.
I better get to Santiago first.
In the afternoon, the trail split, and the marks showed the Mexicans had divided their party. The three horsemen had cut off towards Mexico, undoubtedly in a try to slip across the border. But the wagon tracks continued. Clay Hollister knew they must have headed for the shelter of the Rocky Hills. It was a natural spot for an ambush.
Aguilar? Move, senor. Do not make me kill you. Follow a trail like a bloodhound.
You're on the run with Santiago.
He has stopped running. And so have I. Now that I know we must stop, I have decided to bring you to him. You trust me? Implicitly. Now the gun belt.
Clay Hollister had found his friend and former academy classmate, the guerrilla hero who, armed only with the dream of democracy and freedom, had fought the military despot, Comandante Nixer.
Santiago.
Would that we could march again at our academy, amigo. Tell me, did I wear my uniform well?
Your uniform's what you believe.
Thank you for what you have done.
I didn't do anything.
This, in itself, is an act of friendship.
Let me get you a doctor, Santiago.
No use.
Well, is there anything I can do?
There is. Can I ask an old friend a favor? My young brother, Juan, a boy. I was to take care of him. I gave him nothing. No legacy.
Your fight for your people's freedom's a legacy.
Find him, Clay. Only you can do it. Bring him up to me. Before I die. To try to make him understand.
But I don't know where to look.
Aguilar knows.
No, Santiago, no. Must not let him know where you are.
Juan. Juanito.
Where is he? Listen to me, senor. The boy's dirt. He's a weakling. He's dangerous.
Take the guns back.
Look for him at the cantina in Naco.
It was a desperate race against time for a friend. And the prize was a few words to be exchanged between brothers before death claimed the stakes. October 15, 1886.
Oye, mozo. Give me a chance. Let me show you what love is for its own sake.
Leave me alone.
I want to dance with you.
There's no music.
You're my muse.
And you're a foolish child.
You are Senor Clay Hollister?
See?
You asked to see me? Drink?
No, no drink. Just talk.
Drink 5 centavos. Just talk 20.
I'm looking for a man named Juan.
My life is full of Juans.
Well, maybe this will help you concentrate on the one that I'm looking for.
Certainly I like you. You may speak about yourself for nothing.
My only interest is Juan, whose brother is Santiago.
No sin cara?
See?
You lied to me. You told me you were looking for a man. Wait.
I think I'm wasting my time.
What's your hurry?
Santiago's dying.
I'm sorry. I was just being cautious.
Cautious about what?
Well, I thought you might be one of Comandante Nexo's glorious tricks. Santiago's brother would be killed on sight.
Then you can reach him.
Give me a little time.
All right. There's a dry wash about a mile from here that forks over the border. I'll wait there until sunup.
Silence. It's golden.
$20,000 I am an army all by myself, and you offer me that?
How many men do you want? 40? I'll give you 4.
I want none. I go in by myself. I bring him back by myself. Me, alone.
Alone? And if I say no?
Then, Comandante, you will never find him.
It angers me to hear a boy talk like a man.
I'll show you the kind of a man that I am.
All right, Martha, listen to your boy, a regular torero, a matador.
He offers to bring you the bull's ears, Comandante.
Does he know he has to get past the horns to get to them?
Are you interested in bullfighting or the capture of Santiago?
I want Santiago as the main attraction at the fiesta in the plaza.
Then I'll bring him to you at my price.
20,000 pesos. Dead or alive. But in the plaza.
80,000 pesos. You offer me 20,000 in the use of 4 men. Going alone makes me 4 times as brave.
And you can perform as spectacularly as you boast, huh?
Try me.
Ah, Toro.
Done. Payment on delivery. Hey, matador!
Simple answer to a simple question. How do you expect to find and catch the famous Santiago?
He has sent for me. He is my brother.
October 16, 1886. Juan was on his way to meet Clay Hollister. Comandante Nexor also had a mission.
You promised Juan that you would not follow him. He gave you his word that he would bring in Santiago alone.
What good is the word of an animal that believes in nothing? If he betrays his own brother, what can I expect from him?
Can he still expect the reward?
Of course, as long as he leads me to Santiago. Who's the man who came for him?
A man?
Exert yourself, señorita. Struggle to remember his name.
I will try.
Do so.
Juan, brother of Santiago?
See, prove it.
Ah, those were the days. We had a ranch, many cattle.
But these revolutionary ideas of Santiago, they took everything away.
We better hurry.
We had everything. We were genuine caballeros, aristocrats.
Everybody has to make a choice, Juan.
But what kind of a choice is that? To end up dying like a wounded beast in a strange land?
Aguilar doesn't trust you. I can see why.
It was night when Clay fulfilled the promise to his old friend. And for Santiago, there would be no morning. This was the end of a hero, a lost and lonely man crying for his brother's understanding.
To think it had to end like this.
Aguilar.
Do not leave me, Santiago. Do not leave me.
Bury me in secret. And what we believe in will never leave you.
Listen to me.
No. You hear me, Juanito. It troubles me. The legacy I promised. No land. No cattle. Not even a thing to believe in. At least I could have left you that.
You call that a legacy? Look what it brought you.
But it is all I have. There is no other legacy.
There is more. There is.
Cobarde! No, let my brother talk.
Santiago, mi hermano, try to understand the logic. There is 80,000 pesos reward on your head, dead or alive. Santiago, you are dying. Let me take in your body. Your crazy dream is over. What difference will it make? Let the reward be my legacy.
Santiago!
He is dead.
He's dead.
You do this? He is dead. What difference does it make?
You gotta understand this. Nexor mustn't find that body. If he does and he drags your brother through the streets, everything that Santiago lived and died for is dragged in the dust. But if he doesn't find that body, he can never prove that Santiago's dead.
I asked him. I begged him for the legacy.
You think getting permission changes what you did?
Juan, we're here.
You are right, but you are too late.
You did betray him.
We know you're in there. Come out.
You want to die here, too? You want to take Santiago's orders?
Give up. Why should you die like this for nothing, too?
We still got a chance to save the body, if I can stall for time.
What is the matter with you, Juan?
Come. Come here.
Come out!
Listen, get the blanket roll off the other horse. Go out the back way. Hurry. Wait. Let Juan see you.
Come out. All we want is Santiago.
Oh, you want your blood money. Your 80,000 pesos.
Sí, señor. Sí.
Let's see you work for it.
Easy, señor. Easy, señor. Easy.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
You see, Comandante, I got Santiago for you.
Dead, I suppose.
You agree, dead or alive, what difference does it make?
That's right. What difference does it make? You're nothing but a traitor. Santiago was my enemy, but at least I respected him.
I am a patriot, Comandante.
A patriot believes in something. You believe in nothing but yourself. And this.
Malta, my legacy. This is for you. This is what you wanted.
What good is it to you? The money won't keep you alive. Because of Clay Hollister, Los Incata will know. It is very dangerous to be near a traitor who is marked for revenge. You're not a patriot. You're a dead dog.
Comandante, I am loyal. Believe me. How can I prove it to you?
By keeping your part of the bargain. Santiago's in there, we are here. You betrayed your brother. I want to make sure you do not trick me.
He is in there. Come, I will show you.
Comandante Nexo. At your services, Sheriff Hollister.
What do you want?
I have business with this man. He's a countryman of mine. It is no affair of yours.
It is my affair if you're raiding across the border into Tombstone territory.
I'm going to take what's inside. It is valueless to you. It is priceless to me.
Well, what if I don't let you?
Then I'm afraid I'm going to have to run the risk of your body being found in this wilderness before I get back across the border.
Some choice.
Give me your guns.
All right. You have my word.
Inside.
You see, Comandante? I keep my word.
You tricked me.
No.
Traitor, you tricked me.
No! A mistake! They tricked me too! Tell them I was loyal to...
Loyal to what?
Clay Hollister had succeeded in his mission. Where Aguilar buried Santiago, nobody knows. But there's a legend you can hear in the hills that Santiago still lives, that the man who brought to his faceless ones dreams of democracy and freedom gathers forces as he roams, getting ready to attack again. October 20, 1886. You sure took long enough coming back. What happened? You ready to give me a story?
Yeah, it's a small notice, I guess. You can say Clay Hollister just returned from a slightly prolonged weekend. He spent an enjoyable time with an old classmate and friend, who now makes his home in the mountains south of the border.
What really happened, Clay?
Did you ever read what this ring says, Harris? Let's add a line to that notice. You can say, Hollister was pleased to see that his friend still is true to the code of courage, honor, integrity.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Should be good enough for everybody.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Arizona Territory, July 7, 1889.
Now, baby, will you stop worrying? There's nothing to be afraid of.
Are you sure, Frank? I can't help being scared.
Have I ever lied to you?
My lawyer's working on an appeal right now. He'll take it direct to the territorial governor. He feels there's a very good chance he can get a reduction of your sentence.
Perhaps even a pardon.
But what if he can't?
At the very worst, you'll have to serve 18 months. Baby, I said at the very worst.
Whether it's 18 days or 18 months, I'll be working for you all the way.
That's a promise, Renee.
You'll write to me.
Sure.
Time's up, Fallon.
What's the hurry, Sheriff?
You asked for 5 minutes, you've had it. The sooner she gets to Yuma, the sooner her time starts. And maybe she'll find out what kind of a deal you roped her into.
You're pretty free with your mouth, aren't you?
You know you're the one I should be taking to Yuma.
Suspect what you like, Sheriff. Proving it, that is something else.
We'll see. Out.
I'll be working for you, day and night.
I'll be working too. Like you said, proving it is the important part. You better get some rest. We'll be leaving in half an hour.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Renee Carter had been tried and found guilty of armed robbery and assault in a recent Tombstone holdup. Sheriff Clay Hollister was preparing to deliver her to the territorial prison at Yuma, where she had been ordered to serve a sentence of 18 months for committing the crime.
Oh, Harris.
Expecting trouble?
I hope not.
How's she taking it?
Yeah, she still expects Fallon to get her sentence reduced or commuted.
And they'll live happily ever after, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Clay?
Yeah?
I know how you feel about Fallon, and I agree he's no good, but...
But what?
Well, it is possible he had nothing to do with robbing and slugging Rogers. Maybe the girl's story is true. She did it by herself.
Harris, what did Doc Cunningham say about Rogers' injuries?
Just that he was hit with something heavy.
Hard enough to fracture his skull. Not one blow, but 4. Lacerations on his scalp prove that.
Well, what's your point?
I've known some pretty hardcore women in my time. I just don't think that Renee Carter's one of them.
Well, her purse was found practically under his body.
That proves that she was there, but not that she did the beating.
Well, if she didn't, she's crazy to stick with that story. Rogers is still in critical condition. Doc Cunningham gives him less than a 50-50 chance. If Rogers dies...
I know. The charge against her would be murder.
What are we waiting for?
Nothing at all. See you at the end of the week.
Right.
Let's go. Whoop.
Guess you ain't very sentimental. Just rode by the law coming into town. Looked like they were taking your girlfriend to Yuma prison.
Couldn't be. My girlfriend's right here. Pour us a drink, will you, honey?
Oh, you sure are something, Frank.
That's right. Don't you ever forget it.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little bit hungry. Well, come on. A little food will do you some good. You can rest inside out of the sun.
How far are we going today?
Pantano. Spend the night there, get an early start in the morning.
Will I have to stay in the jail there overnight?
I'm afraid the county doesn't provide funds for hotel rooms, even for female prisoners.
Sheriff? Is Yuma very bad?
It's a prison, Miss Carter. 2 years can seem like an awful long time in a place like Yuma.
Frank will get me out.
Maybe. Must be quite a man, this Frank fella.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing in particular. Just thinking out loud. Wondering, you might say.
About what?
About what Fallon must have offered you to get you to risk being hanged.
Hanged?
Sure. Rogers dies, it's murder.
He isn't going to die.
He's still in a coma. He may never recover consciousness. About time we got going.
Sheriff,
Yes, ma'am?
if that man, Rogers, if he does die,
You'll be brought back to Tombstone to stand trial for murder.
he wouldn't.
Yes, they would. And Fallon will let you take that rap, too. Yeah, he's quite a man.
You don't give up, do you, Sheriff?
Nope.
Oh, Clay, how are you?
Dave?
Is this your prisoner?
Yeah, Renee Carter.
Well, I'll be.
Would you lock me up now, Marshal? I'm tired. I'd like to be alone.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure, ma'am. I mean, right this way, miss. We don't get many women here, miss. If you need anything, miss, just holler.
She will. Some blankets draped around the bars.
Hmm?
Give the lady some privacy.
Oh, sure.
Dave. Huh? The door.
are, gentlemen. Read 'em and weep.
Look, brother.
You've brought me luck, baby.
Well, looks at that stack, Fallon. There must be some truth to the old adage about gamblers.
What are you talking about?
Lucky at cards, unlucky in love.
Your eyes must be going bad, Clyburn.
I've just come from the telegraph office.
Some other time, newsman. How about some blackjack?
Judge Leary sent a telegraph order to the sheriff. The order was for Hollister to bring Renee Carter back to Tombstone.
Bring her back?
To stand trial for murder.
Rogers
died this afternoon. I thought you'd like to know.
It's got nothing to do with me.
I was under the impression Renee Carter was a friend of yours.
When it comes to murder, Clyburn, I've got no friends. Male or female.
Too bad. She's gonna need a friend. Maybe when she finds out she hasn't got one, she'll change her mind.
About what, Editor?
About a lot of things. Ought to be a very interesting trial. Good evening, gentlemen.
Not now, not now.
I don't like it, Fallon.
She isn't back yet.
Miss Carter?
I'm ready.
Take your time. You're going to be here for a while.
Why?
I got a couple of wires. One last night and one this morning. The first was from Judge Leary ordering you back to Tombstone. Rogers died yesterday.
Oh, no.
The second was from a friend of mine. It seems that Fallon and Blake left Tombstone this morning, headed in this direction.
Frank's coming to help me. Maybe the governor has approved my appeal.
There hasn't been time for that. Fallon isn't coming to help you. He's going to try to kill you.
July 8, 1889. The road to Pantano, Arizona Territory.
I spotted a dozen good places, Frank. We keep going, we'll be clear to Pantano.
I know what I'm doing. There's a spot about 10 miles outside of Pantano. Road cuts off in the hills. A lot of big boulders.
All right, you're the boss.
Well, it took some doing, but I got it. Yeah, that ought to do just fine. I'd like to borrow your hat and cape for a few hours.
What for?
It's a little plan I've got to prove to you how much Fallon really thinks of you.
What do you mean?
You think he's going to save you. I think he's going to kill you.
Still trying, Sheriff.
You ought to be glad he is, miss. You see, I figure if I can prove to you that Fallon is using you to save his neck, you might tell the truth about the robbery.
I told the truth.
I don't think so.
If Frank tries to free me, that doesn't mean that he has anything to do with...
And if he tries to kill you?
All right, Sheriff.
But you're wasting your time.
What time is it?
20 past 1.
You think maybe Hollister knows we're waiting?
Not unless he's a fortune teller. All right, get down the road. We'll hit him from 2 angles.
Right. Remember, I ain't shooting at the girl, just the sheriff.
All right, so go on.
Up, Rowdy.
Convinced?
Not exactly. After all, you
Could have done it myself? Is that what you were going to say? Dave Short is taking Blake's body over to the undertaker right now. Would you like to see it?
No.
Do you think I arranged that too? Blake and Fallon put those holes in your cape and nobody else.
Is Frank?
No, he's all right. He's probably halfway back to Tombstone by now. With you dead, he's got nothing to worry about.
I want to see Frank, Sheriff. Let's get started back for Tombstone.
What for? So he can lie to you again? So he can ruin your life to save his own? What does it take to convince you? Look, Renee, we know that Ed Rogers was having a winning streak at Frank's table. Won almost $1,000. So Frank told you to get the old man alone, that he wanted to talk to him, didn't he? Fallon and Blake did the beating, didn't they?
I want to see Frank.
All right. All right. Right now, Fallon thinks you're dead. We're going to give him a surprise he'll never forget. Get your things together. We're going back to Tombstone as soon as I can send a wire.
Been somewhere, Fallon?
What's that to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Just wondered if you'd heard the news.
Why don't you go peddle your papers?
Too bad about Renee Carter. But I guess it's all for the best.
How was that?
She's dead. The wire came a couple of hours ago from Pantano. Seems it was your friend Blake who was mixed up in the Rogers killing. You heard Sheriff Clay Hollister was bringing her back here to stand trial. He must have decided to shut her up for good.
Well, newsman, what do you know? The ladies are thirsty, so keep it coming. Yes, sir, Frank Fallon knows how to treat his friends. I've got one simple little rule. My friends treat me right, I treat them right. I always say, you treat people right, and they're your friends. Frank Fallon hasn't got an enemy in the world. No, sir.
You've got one, Fallon.
And that one's gonna hang you.
I'm getting fed up with you, Hollister.
Oh, I haven't even started on you yet.
You got
You're
no
under arrest.
Arrest?
For the murder of Ed Rogers.
Renee Carter murdered Rogers, and you know it.
Why did you offer to help her? How about that appeal to the governor?
What appeal? Why don't you check for yourself and see, Hollister? There's nothing like that there. Not that my lawyer knows about.
Oh? Harris.
How did you...
How did she what, Fallon? Come back to life after you killed her?
A trick. A lousy trick.
Mm-hmm. And you fell for it. You thought you'd killed the only person who could convict you of murder.
And I will, Frank. I'll help them put that rope around your neck. It was just like you thought, Sheriff. Exactly. Only after I got Ed Rogers alone, and Frank and Blake started beating him, I fainted. When I woke up, Frank was carrying me to my room. I'd lost my purse. Or someone took it.
Oh, baby, you're not going to listen to the things this man's been telling you. Look, honey, this is Frank. Why, I'd do anything for you. You know that.
Then hang for me.
Let's go, Fallon.
No. No?
Hard or easy. Any way you want it.
Oh, I could kill you, baby.
Clay?
What did Leary say?
He's all for it. So's the town council. Let's go tell her.
Renee.
Is something wrong?
No, ma'am, something's right. Judge Leary has agreed to review your case.
Practically insisted.
But why?
Justice isn't really blind, Miss Carter. Your only crime was in covering up for Fallon.
You see, you helped the law, so now the law's trying to help you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw. in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
July 24, 1883. Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Harris? Quint? Clay, I'm glad you're back. There's something you ought to know. Fine, in a minute. First, I want you to meet somebody. Miss Gay Monahan, Harris Clyburn, head of the Epitaph. It's my deputy, Quint. Miss Monahan? All right, Smokey, line him out. Here. Clay. Miss Monahan's a lawyer from the East. He's come out here to practice.
Well, welcome to Tombstone, Miss Monahan.
Thank you.
Miss Monahan, we'll stop by my office first, and I'll take you over to your rooms at the Russ House.
Clay, listen,
I got you covered, Big Jim. Stand right where you are. Don't move any closer. Keep your hands away from your guns. Now, you're going to eat these lies you gave to the paper about me. You're going to take them back. What's it going to be, Big Jim? This or this?
It's going to be either one.
Are you on his side, too?
I'm not on anybody's side.
That includes your side, too, mister. Now, you stay out of this, Clay. I'm warning you.
I want to see you down at the office. Harris?
Come on, here.
Who knows, Sheriff? You might have just saved my life. It was Feeney's life that I was trying to save. I don't know you, mister, but I think you should know that in Tombstone we like even odds, especially in a gunfight.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory.
Maybe I was a little overly excited at first, but I ain't excited now, and it's about time you got back from where you've been. Now, I want you to arrest Clyburn here and Big Jim Gerson for printing them lies about me.
Feeney, I was quoting Gerson. That's my duty as a newspaper man. That doesn't mean I hold with his views.
Well, listen to this. Big Jim Gerson, president and principal stockholder of the Congress Mine, has dispensed with the services of Feeney Spindler, mine superintendent, since the strike was made 3 years ago. Gerson returned for the first time in 2 years from the East, where he's been making his home, to investigate an alleged slump in the ore output from the Congress. No charges will be brought to bear. Well, that's the same thing as calling me a thief.
Possibly slander and libel.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
Besides, there ain't been no slump in the output from the Congress. I ought to know. I've been there myself all the time.
You know, Feeney, what you need's a lawyer, not a sheriff. Miss Monahan here just happens to be one.
One what?
A lawyer.
You mean she's a female lawyer?
If your statements are factual, Mr. Spindler, I would suggest you're serving Mr. Gerson immediately with a writ, ordering a cease mining operation until you can arrange for a hearing before the board of directors of the mine.
You would?
Yes. And mind you, I'm speaking as a registered member of the Vermont Bar.
Bar?
The Lawyers Association. And one of the finest in the country.
Why don't you leave it that way?
Sir?
I guess most men like girls with curls.
Well, I am not interested in what most men like, Mr. Clybourne. I adhere strictly to the rule, never mix business with pleasure. If you're interested in retaining me, Mr. Spindler, the writ will be ready first thing in the morning.
Well, I don't know. I ain't never seen a lawyer before who didn't wear pants.
Your meaning is quite clear.
All right. It's a deal. You're hired.
Fine. Sheriff,
Ma'am?
if you will bring a witness, preferably someone not associated with the law, you can call for the writ in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Good day, gentlemen.
I ain't never caught much of women myself. That's why I never got married. It occurs to me that a bachelor misses something. Well, take a look at that, would you? You know where that ice wagon's been? Up to the Congress, that's where. After returning from 2 years in the East, Mr. Gerson has to have his ice every day. Yes, sir.
Gerson has a private supply of ice stored in the ice house for his own use exclusively.
That ice house is practically overflowing with it.
Ice. Grown man like Big Jim Gerson taking his drinks mixed with ice in them. It's downright improper. Harris, there's no need for both of us to go in. I'll just go see if she's out.
Oh, Miss Monahan is up. I'll just wait here and watch and listen.
Uh-huh. Morning.
Why, I must look a sight. It took longer than I planned. Almost all night, in fact. Oh, you'll have to have this court approved. Just any presiding signature will do.
Any presiding signature?
I mean a judge. Just any presiding judge. Sheriff? Is there something the matter?
Oh, nothing I can think of, ma'am. It's just your hair. I kind of like it this way. Morning, ma'am.
Sheriff, well, I often wear my hair this way. Well, I wouldn't want you to think that I had rearranged my hairdo just for you.
Yes, ma'am. Clay, wait for me. I'm going along. Don't tell me there's a law again, because I know there ain't. I just want to see Gerson's face when you serve that writ on him. All right, let's just get this approved. Clay Hollister, you make me sick. Why don't you let me shoot? Well, mostly because you're a bad shot. see Gerson. Come ahead!
Sorry, Sheriff. Just a morning shot. Didn't know it was you.
Not much you didn't know it was us.
I'd like to see you flat instead of upright right now.
Yeah.
There's going to be no trouble. I told you that before. And the first person who starts it'll answer to me.
Bravo, Sheriff. Spoken like a man of conviction. Oh, you are a man of conviction, aren't you, Sheriff?
I'm convinced about some things. Others I let ride until they're proven. I'm hoping that this will help prove something.
Feeney, you're stale. Not old, just stagnant. Why, you haven't grown with an idea since I first met you. As far as I'm concerned, you or any other man without growth might just as well be dead.
Well, I'll show you how dead I am.
No.
Harris. Mr. Gerson, ideas don't always help a man grow. Boot Hill is just full of small men with big ideas.
Here comes the ice wagon, Mr. Gerson. It's a long, dry ride back. Before you go, perhaps you'd like a drink, chilled with ice.
That's where I'd like to see you, Gerson, on ice. Now, don't keep that gun-happy squirrel of yours away from me. That's where he'll end up, on ice. I'll see to it personally.
Perhaps some other time.
There'll be another time. Looks like maybe Newton was wrong.
Newton?
Yeah, Sir Isaac. According to his theory, a wagon with ice should make a deeper track than a wagon without ice.
These tracks leading out are deeper.
Maybe Newton knew what he was talking about.
July 25, 1883.
Shall I send for Mr. Gerson? I already have. Come on, I can't get in with you standing in front of it.
Down here, Sheriff.
Holliday's frozen to death. Must have been there all night.
I was in town. I heard you were looking for me.
Yes, I'd like you to make an identification.
Dusty. Frozen solid.
Must have been hit on the head before he was deposited here.
Dusty's a good man. Have you arrested Feeney yet? Now, both you and Clyburn were there yesterday when Feeney threatened to do this.
I don't usually arrest a man just for making threats.
Oh? But you do arrest people for murder, don't you, Sheriff?
Usually.
Good. Then you can detain Feeney. You can also tell the prosecution that I'll be at the trial as a witness.
But this whole thing's a frame-up. I tell you, I'm innocent.
Mr. Spindler, you are merely being detained, not arrested for murder. But if you don't stop shouting and help, it's just possible that you might hang.
I tell you, I'm innocent.
There it is. Let's go. Hurry! Come on down.
Made the line.
You know, you don't look so well, boy.
Why? I feel all right.
Oh, well, a lot of people feel all right, and then, just like that, they're gone. But you needs a little rest. We're going to see that you get it.
Sheriff, what can I do for you?
Urge Gray isn't feeling too well. I'm helping him out with his ice delivery.
Well, that's real nice of you, Sheriff, but we don't need any ice today. Still got plenty left over from yesterday.
You sure?
Mm-hmm, quite sure.
Well, then maybe you'd like something delivered back to town?
No, nothing, thanks.
Anytime.
What do you think? Well, of course, the tracks are lighter since we dumped the ice, Clay.
Yeah. Seems like this is the first time Gearson hasn't had something delivered back to town. Something heavier than ice.
All right, Birch, let's go.
Come on, open it up. Clint, take that side. I'll go down here.
You won't find anything in here, Sheriff.
For your sake, I hope you're right.
Don't anybody go for guns, or you'll die a little sooner.
Let me see your back.
That's close enough, Sheriff. Drop your gun, Bill. The pick. That large center block of ice, chip into it.
Full of silver ingots?
Like the Sphinx, I thought my secret was safe.
It was, up until now.
More over here, Clay.
That's right, Sheriff. A great deal more. Enough to retire for a lifetime in style. 2 lifetimes, matter of fact. You see, I'm meeting a very charming lady in Mexico. I can't waste much more time. Kelly, get that stuff loaded.
But what about afterwards?
Afterwards, it's going to be very cold, but you ain't going to feel it, Verge.
I won't feel it.
Now, with the door shut, it's soundproof in here. Now, you're going to have to die sooner or later, Verge. Take a choice.
Please help me, Sheriff. I had nothing to do with this killing. Please help me.
Ain't no help, Verge.
With you in a minute.
Well?
Well. Do you mean to say that you've had that in your trunk all the time?
You see, I thought it was important for me to prove myself as a lawyer. But I've discovered it's equally as important to prove myself as a woman.
Care for a postgraduate course?
Maybe. If I have time.
Time?
Yes. A friend of mine is arriving. Pemberton Brockway III. He's from home.
Army?
No. Military school. The uniforms are exciting, aren't they? You give up awfully easy.
Give up? I'm just wondering where I could get a uniform.
Some people don't need them.
Slider, you look like you just lost your best friend.
Who needs friends?
Hey, Quint. You don't happen to have a uniform, do you?
No, why? Hey, you aren't thinking of joining up, are you?
No.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Cottonwood Trail in the Chiricahuas, outside Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Hey, what's the matter? Sheriff.
Oh, one sheriff, two of us.
That trail, up the side of the hill there. Come on.
What's the matter, Lugo? We don't know nothing. You afraid of him?
I said, come on.
Morning. You been in Tombstone?
Yeah? Why?
You resemble somebody I'm looking for. I'd like to ask you some questions. Hold it! Hold it!
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Noon, December 9, 1884. A young and unknown gunman lay seriously wounded after a reckless attack on Sheriff Clay Hollister.
Outside of his wound, he may be going into pneumonia. Who is he, Clay?
I don't know for sure, but he answers the description of a kid who's been reported hanging around the bank. I started asking questions and he started shooting.
Well, somebody's got to be with him every minute.
I'll hire a nurse. The county will foot the bill.
Fine, but where are we going to get one? The hospital's short now.
How about Mary Rice? She's helped out before.
She's on her way to Prescott this afternoon on the stage to visit her folks.
Maybe she'll put it off.
Well, maybe, for you.
Galeyville, town of a black and lurid history. The only inhabitants, the lawless.
Alita, that beats you. You're getting too good, Snyder. I've got to protect my championship.
Trouble!
Eddie? Where's Eddie?
Shot down. Right in back here. The sheriff.
You don't send a green kid like him to look over a bank job? Just because he's your nephew, he does anything he wants, huh?
Is he dead? Sheriff kill him?
I don't know. Looked like it. Anyway, took him back to Tombstone. Eddie rode up to meet him. He wouldn't listen to me.
Get my horse.
You want me to go, Sam?
No. I need you. I'll come back for you. They don't know any of us in Tombstone. There won't be any trouble.
What does this do to our plans?
We didn't come all the way from the Dakotas for nothing.
I appreciate your staying, Mary.
Well, maybe someday I'll learn how to say no to you. I'll do everything I can for him, Clay.
Doc Cunningham doesn't give him much of a chance.
We'll see.
Got a pretty sick boy here, Mary. "103 fever and still going up."
Mary,
Clay, mind coming back later?
thanks again for your help. Sure picked the right nurse, didn't I?
Yes, Clay?
Who is he, Mary?
He can't really be a criminal. He was never even really wild, no matter what people said.
All right. Let's start with his name and where he wasn't really wild. Look, Mary, if missing me is all he's guilty of, there won't be any charges.
His name is Eddie Casper. He's from Prescott. I haven't seen him in, about 6 years.
Casper. Nobody by that name's wanted for anything that I know of. What about his being wild?
Oh, he was noisy, the way kids are. And he always wanted a fast horse so he could kick up the most dust on Main Street. And he bragged a lot. Mostly about a rich uncle in the Dakotas who he said could buy him anything.
Who was his uncle?
I don't think there really was an uncle. Well, didn't you ever make things up?
Sure. Look, Mary, Pete and I have to go to Bisbee tonight, mine payroll. I'm going to leave a guard right here.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
People can change a lot in 6 years. Be back tomorrow noon.
Hey, fella!
It's all right how you hit him, gents.
Yes?
We're taking that boy.
Why? Who are you?
His kid.
His kid?
I'm his uncle. Don't yell. Don't do anything. Eddie? Eddie, how you feeling, boy?
Sam, I'm sorry, Sam.
There's nothing I can't get you out of. We're taking you back.
You're not taking him anywhere. Moving him now could kill him.
We got a wagon full of straw. Easier ride than the way he got up here.
He's verging on pneumonia. He needs constant care.
And he's gonna get it. Good care. From you. When Eddie's well, you can come back. Fair enough? Easy with him now. Easy. Better leave a message for the sheriff. Something he can understand.
Take any stock in that?
Yep. That's not going to keep me from following him.
I'm going in to see him.
You'll not. The trip is too much for him. His life doesn't mean a thing to you, does it?
It's the only life it does.
Well, then from now on, you're going to do exactly as I tell you. Here. This is a list of medicines and supplies that I have to get from Dr. Cunningham at the Tombstone Hospital.
What's all this?
Latin. Pharmacological Latin. It's the only way medical supplies are ordered, and Eddie would die without them.
I'm warning you, if this is a trick, tell them where we are.
Is my name on it? Does it say anything about Galeyville or you?
If this is a trick, there's going to be a dead doctor and a dead nurse.
We don't even know who we're looking for.
We'll find out. Just keep asking questions.
Did you get any answers?
Not today. We'll be going out again tomorrow. What do you want to see me for?
Here's a note.
All right, what is it?
It's from Mary. It's an order for medicine written in Latin. And directions, maybe where to find her. Vicus Latus, village of the bandits. Mons Magnum, large mountain. And northeast.
Vicus Latros. Galeyville.
Should I start getting a posse together?
No. It's about a posse 10 miles off. Kill Mary, like they said. Maybe one man might make it. I'm starting tonight for, Vicus Latros.
December 12, 1884. Sheriff Clay Hollister rode a little-known trail through the Chiricahuas to Galeyville, where Nurse Mary Rice was being held prisoner.
this morning?
He'll have to stay in bed at least another week.
Week, huh? Thought you was itching to get out of here.
I am.
Well, you just let me know when you're ready.
I don't have to be watched. I'm here to do a job, and I'm leaving when it's over.
Yeah? Tell Hoskins.
I'm here, Eddie.
Please. Just stay here. Something I want to tell you when I'm better. Something important.
Yes, Eddie. When you're better.
How long are you going to keep her here, Sam?
She's a lively, handsome young woman.
Look, Sam, she's seen enough and heard enough to hang us all. How much longer?
You'll be the first one to know, Snyder. You're the one who's going to see to it that she doesn't hang us.
Come on. We're getting out of here.
I can't leave him, Clay. Not yet. He's just not well enough.
And when he is well enough?
Then they'll let me go. Oh, Clay, when I sent that message through to Dr. Cunningham, I didn't mean that...
What did you mean?
Well, we can't leave him here to die.
Look, Mary, be sensible. They'll never let you leave here.
Clay, I've got to help him. And I don't mean just as a nurse. I can persuade him to leave here, to give this up. I know I can. Oh, please, Clay, let me talk to him in the morning.
All right. You talk to him.
Thank you.
But regardless of Eddie, I'm getting you out of here at noon tomorrow. Find some excuse for going for water.
But they always keep a lookout there.
I know it. Don't you worry about him.
All right, I'll be there. Eddie, please listen to me.
Tomorrow you can spend the whole day just reforming.
You were almost killed. Didn't that prove anything to you?
Yeah, it proved a lot. To hit what I aim at, like Clay Hollister.
Nobody can keep you here. Soon you'll be well enough to leave. I'll help you. I want to help you.
Why?
Because you mean a great deal to me.
Enough to go away with me?
Eddie, do I have to be in love to want to help you?
You seem to forget I joined up with my uncle because that's the way I wanted it to be.
You don't want it. You're still young. You could have a real future for yourself. You could go to California or back east. Well, in no time at all, you could have a wonderful new life.
I got everything I want right here. I'd like to see my uncle now.
Eddie would like to see you.
All right. Mr. Snyder, I said you'd be the first one to know, didn't I? Quietly, Mr. Snyder.
Let's go, Ledoux.
She's not going for water. She's going to meet Hollister.
Why didn't you tell me all this before?
How could I? She was here all the time.
I'll take care of the sheriff, Eddie.
Sam, what about Mary?
She's been dead since we brought her here. You made your choice when you joined us, boy. You haven't got any now.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't any now.
Horse is a half mile up the trail. Come on.
Parks! Parks!
Hey, you suppose Parks took her for a little walk?
Come on.
All right, drop your gun belts. Mary! Take him up.
Leave them be, little lady. Drop your gun, Sheriff. Drop them! Shoot them, both of them.
You afraid of the girl? It's just me that you have to shoot.
I said shoot them.
had no choice.
There's nothing more anybody can do for him, Mary. Oh, Mary! Come in. I've been meaning to return this to you. You left it at the hospital.
Thank you, but you keep it. I'll pick it up when I come back.
Back?
From Prescott. I'm finally on my way.
I'll miss you. Hurry back.
Clay, what will happen to Sam Hoskins now?
Ooh, I don't know. He'll stay right here in jail until his trial comes up, and then it's up to the court.
Oh, I see. Well, I better not miss my stage after all of this.
Good trip now.
Thanks. And I will.
Will what?
Hurry back.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, August 3, 1882. Sam, did you ever hear the name Nate Storm?
Outlaw?
Yeah. State of Kansas.
Don't know anything about him.
Are you sure you don't know anything about him? Nate Storm?
I might have heard someone mention it in here.
Who? Who mentioned it?
Someone. I don't remember exactly who.
Oh, come on, Sam.
I got work to do.
Harris?
Oh, hello, Corey.
I heard you wanted to talk to me. Yes, I did. Didn't expect the advisor to the town council to come looking for me in saloons, though.
Oh, we go into saloons sometime. Have to keep up on what's happening in town. Now, Sam, join me in a drink?
Oh, no, thanks. I would like some information, though, if you have it. Shoot. Corey, did you ever hear of a man named Nate Storm?
No. No, I haven't.
I might have.
Might have? What do you mean, Harding?
I mean, I might have. One time or another. What do you say to a game of poker?
All right, Harding. Let's make it fast, though. My wife's in town with me. I don't want to keep her waiting.
Won't take any time at all.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Maybe a friend here'd like to join us.
Little poker, Harris?
Oh, no, thanks. Some of the time.
You sure? You'll be playing in good company.
Yeah, I know. Too good. Harding, if there is anything you can tell me about Nate Storm.
There isn't. Not now, anyway.
Oh,
Having a little fun, huh?
Yeah, lots of it.
Maybe you better go back to work. Improve your disposition. Say, how's it coming?
Oh, fine. How's what coming?
Well, your series of articles, famous bad men of the Old West.
Clay, did you ever hear of Nate Storm?
Yeah, once.
Well, my research leads me to believe he could be living in Tombstone. Under an assumed name, of course.
Are you serious?
I sure am. I've tracked him this far and no further.
Well, if that's true, Harris, then it's my business. Maybe you better tell me what you know about him.
All right, I will. After I get my exclusive. Journalism and not the law is going to flush out Mr. Nate Storm.
Proving what?
Just that it's my story.
Look, Harris, I don't care whose story it is. I just don't want to see your name in your own obituary column.
Well, you won't. Who'd write it? An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. A short time later, the same day, August 3, 1882.
Hi, Carl. All I have is 2 little pair. You still seem to have better than $100 in your stack, Muldoon.
With my luck, I don't think that means too much. Let's get on with it, Harding.
Cold hands for the stack.
Fine, just you and me. Let's leave your boys out of it.
Suits me.
That's an odd combination. Muldoon and Harding.
It's happened before. Seems like every time Muldoon comes in here, Harding baits him in the plane. Don't make any difference who he's with. Muldoon don't seem to be able to say no.
And I suppose Muldoon always loses, huh?
Seems like it.
Tell me something, Sam. Would you ever play poker with Long Harding?
Not on your life.
Say, when Harris Clyburn was in here earlier, who did he talk to?
Harding and Muldoon. Asked him about Nate Storm.
Did they know anything about it?
Seems like Harding did.
Well, Jack of Diamonds and his brother. Beats me. Another day, another dollar.
Hello, Clay. Mind if I walk a few steps with you?
Official or social?
Social, mostly. Corey, you ever hear of a man by the name of Nate Storm?
Why do you ask me?
Well, you've been around Tombstone longer than most everybody else.
Oh, Liza.
Sorry, I got delayed.
I haven't really been waiting long. Just finished my shopping a while ago. Hello, Clay.
Miss Muldoon?
See my man off safely?
Corey. Tell me something. Why do you do it?
Do what?
Play poker against Long Harding? Understand it's happened before.
Well, my only vice, I guess. The way some people like to step up with a gun against Jesse James, I like to step up against a professional gambler.
You haven't answered my question.
Which question?
if you ever knew or heard of a man by the name of Nate Storm.
Rings some kind of a bell, but that's all. I might have read it in the epitaph. I'll see you later, Clay.
Bye, sir.
Just how much do you know about this Nate Storm?
You read the epitaph, Clay. Just keep on reading, and eventually you'll find out.
Oh, no, I'm not as interested in what's going to happen eventually as I am in what you know right now.
Right now, there's nothing I can tell you.
Well, maybe as a good citizen like the kind you write about in your editorials, you'd like to let the law in on what you have so far?
All right. Why not?
Oh, there's not very much, is there? Kansas area mostly, wanted for a killing.
I told you there wasn't much.
Well, you don't even have a description. Age, height, nothing. How do you expect to find him?
I expect to send this telegram and find out. And now, since I seem to be your only source of information, why don't you get out of here and let me get back to work?
You don't need an exclusive story. You need a long, long vacation.
It's open.
Real hard-working spread you got here.
It's mine. I run it the way I like.
Does it support you?
That's my business.
Oh, I thought poker was your business.
You got law to settle out with me.
No, I want to know what you know about a man by the name of Nate Storm.
Can't say I ever heard the name.
You heard it. I understand it was mentioned to you earlier at the Oriental Saloon.
Oh, that's why it did sound kind of familiar.
Look, Harding, I'm asking you as the sheriff. This is important. You better think before you answer.
I never heard of him before today.
Thanks.
I don't mind that editor nosing around. But with the sheriff in it, too, I don't like it.
What's going on there?
Yes. I sure want to.
You better watch out. Your name doesn't appear in the obituaries.
Would you? My guns. Would you mind getting them?
1882. Early morning.
Morning, Clay. What happened to you? Lose something?
No. You lost a rowel out of your spur. You learn your manners from your boss. Come on, let's see if this fits. Yeah, Gaxton, fits just fine. Let's go. And I'll talk to you later.
Wire you anything new from the east about Nate Storm?
No, Clay, not yet. What's up?
Well, I can't waste time. I gotta see a man.
Long Harding?
Yeah, you pick him too?
Sure, no visible means of support. Lives high off the hog like he has a pile hidden somewhere. Besides that, I don't like him.
I told you, Long. He pulled the boot up and fitted the rowel right into the spur. He knows it was Gaxton and me. And he knows who we worked for.
Time had to run out someday. Well, I'm heading for Muldean's ranch. No more poker. No more pulling the big boys into a lousy little game. Just one final great big bite. We'll leave for the border as soon as I get back. Anybody comes snooping while I'm gone, you chase them away, here? Hold it. Get up.
I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it.
Don't go away. I'll be back for you later.
Now, Harding, you were paid a year ago. You've taken enough extra money from me and my friends in your poker games. Now, where does it stop?
Right here, with the 10,000. Now open the safe.
No, Harding.
No?
We made a deal and I paid you. Your poker games have kept me broke. If I empty my safe for you, I can't pay my hands this month.
This is it. The last and final. It'll save you money in the end.
And I suppose after you blow this, you'll never come back for more.
How'd you like the people of Tombstone to find out they got Nate Storm for advisor to the town council?
I'll finally tell them if you force me.
And what'll you tell your wife when a marshal comes riding down from Kansas and takes you riding back with him?
I was riding into town for you.
Long Harding with your husband?
Yes, I've got to tell you. My husband is
Nate Storm, yeah, I know.
Harding's with him, trying to drive his final bargain of blackmail. I'm afraid.
I understand Nate Storm can take care of himself.
No, I'm afraid my husband will kill Harding.
More.
What do you want? The silver out of my teeth?
There's no better than 8,000 on the table.
You bled me for almost a year now. And if I hadn't worried about my wife, you wouldn't have lasted a week. I'll be happy to take what you can get now and get out on your own feet.
You don't worry me, Moldine. Your gun is rusty.
Take it and get out.
Got me an idea, Corey. You rustle around and pick up your silverware. Maybe your wife's got some jewelry. Stuff like that.
That won't be necessary.
That's a funny thing, Moldine. All of a sudden, we're on the same side. And that makes it 2 to 1, Hollister. You see, you can buy me off, Moldine, with your blackmail. The sheriff's more dangerous to you. He's a strong, honest man. You can't buy him off.
What do you say, Corey? You've always been my friend, Clay. Would you...
See, Corey? He's your friend, and I'm your enemy. So he's going to make you a nice present. 5 years in Kansas.
Clay, you're wanted, Corey. I gotta take you in.
I know he's fast, Corey, but it's 2 against 1. I want the money, and you want your freedom. Go for him, Corey!
I swore I'd never shoot a man again. Not even in self-defense. Certainly, Clay, not you.
Well, I guess I don't get to take the money.
Nope.
Then I just as well mosey along.
No.
Nope.
In the Arizona Territory, blackmail is just 1 step below horse stealing. Now, I'm going to take you. Which way'll it be? Easy way?
You want your friend Nate Storm? Sure. You can have him. Either way. Now, push all that money into 1 tight stack, Corey. Now.
No.
No, Cowboy! Give me the money!
It's a woman's
scream is still quite a weapon.
I'm ready, Clay.
Oh, Corey. I've been waiting for you, Clay.
Well, if I'd known that, I would have hurried things up.
What things?
Lots of things. This is our man.
Muldean's our man?
This is Nate Storm.
Well, well, well. I guess that's the only part of the story I didn't have.
You just lost me.
That's what I was waiting to tell you. That wire finally came from the east. Corey, the law in Kansas thinks Nate Storm ought to know. They proved that killing was in self-defense 4 years ago.
The witness?
He came forward several years later, when he thought he had nothing more to fear.
Well, guess I won't need these after all.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
What, getting an exclusive story?
Well, getting one with a happy ending.
Yeah, that is kind of unusual for Tombstone.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, April 9, 1888.
Yes, sir. I'd like to open an account. Yes, indeed, sir. And how much would you plan to deposit? 200. The name's Loring. Jim Loring.
Well, hello, Clay. Man, you look pushed. How'd it go?
How does 7 days in the saddle ever go?
I withdraw the question.
Taggart.
His name's Loring. Been in town close to a week. Cattle buyer, I think.
No. He's Bert Taggart. At least that's the name he used the last time he was tried.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Sheriff Clay Hollister had good reason to be uneasy. The notorious Bert Taggart was in Tombstone. After making a careful check of his activities since he had arrived, Hollister confronted him.
Hold it a minute.
Talking to me, Sheriff?
That's right, Taggart.
My name's Loring, Sheriff.
Loring, Brown, Smith, you can call yourself any name you want. You're still Bert Taggart.
So?
So what do you want in Tombstone? Why? Well, I just want to warn you. First wrong move you make, you're in trouble. Is that clear?
Cool customer.
Yeah. Just found out something about him.
What?
He's opened an account at the bank. A small account.
Like taking coals to Newcastle.
Withdrawals more in his line.
Doesn't prove anything, though, does it?
Nothing I can put him in jail for. Taggart's no run-of-the-mill gun hand, no petty thief. He's engineered some of the biggest crimes in this territory. He's up to one now.
And smart enough not to get caught.
So far.
Early morning, April 10th. Sheriff Clay Hollister continued to keep a careful check on Bert Taggart's activities.
Going somewhere, Taggart?
What's it look like?
What's your hurry?
I don't like the way it smells around here. Not good enough for you?
It's in the saddlebags.
10-Star don't play with me unless you want to get yourself in a lot of trouble.
The saddlebags, Taggart. Open them up.
Why, you two-bit.
What's this, Taggart?
What does it look like?
Looks like you're under arrest.
Under what charge?
Illegal possession of explosives, assault on a peace officer. Let's go. Everything out of your pockets on the desk. Is that everything?
Yeah.
What about that?
It's just a letter.
On the desk.
You sure like to push, don't you?
On the desk. Watch, too.
It better be here when I get out.
It will be. Move. Just a couple of lines. Way to the crossroads south of Naco. You'll be contacted. No signature, just the letter D.
From Mexico, hmm?
Yeah, postmark Nogales.
That could mean anything or nothing.
Nothing. Take a look at that.
Dynamite? 40%. Whew, that's potent stuff.
Potent enough to blow the doors off of any safe in the country.
Hey, Sheriff. Come here a minute, will you?
Let's go see what he wants. I'm listening.
I suppose you read that letter. It's from Juan Diego.
Diego?
The Tiger of Sonora.
I've heard of him.
Let's put our cards on the table, Hollister. Maybe we can make a deal.
You're doing the talking.
You turn me loose, and I'll give you my word I'll steer clear of Tombstone.
That doesn't sound like much of a deal from where I stand.
It will. You see, Juan Diego plans to go political. Now, that requires money, Sheriff, for guns. Guns for an army.
That's Mexico's problem.
Is it? You see, Juan Diego plans to get that money on this side of the border. That's where I come in. 5 years ago, I set up a few jobs for his brother, Ramon. That watch that you took, he gave it to me. It's engraved on the inside. To my good friend Bert Taggart from Ramon Diego.
Ramon Diego's dead, isn't he? Yeah, 2 years ago in Agua Prieta. He was found in a gutter. No, Taggart, I still don't see a deal.
Tombstone's the richest town in the territory. Diego knows that. Now, if I don't show up, he's liable to come into this town and try to take it with his guns instead of my brains. He'll rip this town apart at the seams. Now, if you let me go, I'll swear I'll keep Diego and his killers out of Tombstone. He'll listen to me. He knows my reputation.
Knows it? Haven't you ever worked with him before?
No, just his brother Ramon. I've never met Juan Diego. But like I said, he knows my reputation. We made our deal by letter. Well?
I'll think about it.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard to figure. With me in jail, your people get killed out on the streets. Or me out of jail, there's no trouble.
Oh, he's got a point, Clay. There's one big flaw in his argument, Harris. If it isn't Tombstone, it'd be some other town. Besides, he'd never keep his word. Taggart never met Juan Diego, huh? Well, that's what he said. With Taggart's papers, this letter, his watch, I could pass myself off as Taggart now, right? I mean, we're about the same age, height.
That's loco, Clay. It's like sticking your head in a lion's
Well, sure, it's a risk, but if it pays off, it's worth it, isn't it? And if you lose. Diego loses with me. And there won't be any towns butchered.
Well, it's a long chance, but it's the only one we've got. Diego's only interested in money. If he can get it without a fight for it, so much the better. You tell the telegraph operator the signal will be when the line goes dead. Clay says he's going to manage to cut it somehow.
Yeah, and when that happens, I want to ring a man around the bank. But out of sight. We don't want to tip our hands until we're ready. You got it?
Yeah.
See you later. Good luck.
Clay Hollister had assumed Bert Taggart's identity. Tombstone's life was at stake. And so was his own.
Your name?
Taggart?
Get on your horse. General Diego will be glad to see you.
General?
Yes. El Tigre de Sonora now is the General.
Who made him a general?
He did. Why? Get on your horse.
Are you the gringo who calls himself Taggart?
When your brother, Ramon, gave me this, he called me compañero, not gringo.
Ramon is dead. Speak no more of him.
I have heard of this dynamite. It is said that one little stick is more powerful than a cask of black powder.
That's right, General. Used properly, that little bundle of dynamite can do more damage to a safe than a whole wagon load of powder.
Teniente,
Dime, General.
ride to the main camp. See that the men are ready to move at daybreak.
Oh, wait a minute, General.
You're not planning on taking your whole outfit, are you?
Why?
Well, that's just asking for trouble. Somebody's bound to spot a whole army on the move. A few men can move faster and less liable to be spotted.
There's much truth in what he says, mi General.
I will think of it. The morning will bring my decision.
Oh, you're the general.
All right, that ought to do it. Give me the broom.
He slugged me while he was cleaning out his cell.
And he knows right where to find Diego.
He hasn't got a start. Maybe we can run him down.
There isn't a horse in the territory can run down that buckskin he stole.
That's for sure.
Well, what are we going to do?
All we can do is wait. And hope Taggart breaks his neck.
Now, from 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning, there's nobody on the streets. Town's buttoned up. That gives us an hour to do a job that shouldn't take more than 20 minutes.
That will only take a handful. The rest of my army can spend its time more profitably.
How?
An army needs cattle for food. But most of all, we need money. How do we get inside the bank building?
Well, this alley leads around behind the bank. That back door shouldn't be too hard to force. We'll leave 2 men in the alley to guard against surprise. And you, me, and 2 other men will do the inside work. O'clock, General. Time we got moving. We are ready.
General! General! Mire!
If I did not need the money for my army, I would kill you both. One of you is lying. The question is, which one?
I swear. He's an imposter. I'm Taggart.
Silence! You have the watch, the letter.
I told you how he got him.
And what is more, you gave us the plan.
It's my plan.
All right?
If you won't kill him, I will.
Maybe he was Taggart. Maybe we find out for sure after you have done your part and we get the money. Give me your guns.
What's the idea?
You said yourself there wouldn't be any need for guns if we followed your plans, Senor Taggart. Do you feel differently now?
No, just so long as I get them back afterwards. They're a matched set. I wouldn't want to lose them.
You will get them back, Gringo. But if you are not Taggart, we will bury you with them.
Teniente, traigan los caballos y vámonos.
A los caballos.
5:10. Give it another try.
Still open. Well, I guess we could call it a night. If he was coming, it'd be cut by now.
You're probably right. I think I'll stick around a while just in case. If anything does happen, I know where to get hold of you.
Well, you know how to shut the key. I'll leave it open.
It is 5:30. Your plan was to cut the wire, was it not? Like you said, in this way they cannot alert other towns until after we are gone.
That's the plan.
Well, I think we change it. Later, after we get the money from the bank, we cut the wire. You agree?
Well, no, I don't.
Correct me if I'm in error. If someone were in the telegraph office and the wire was cut, that could be a signal, no?
What are you getting at?
It's very simple. If this is a trap, you will be the first to die. Is that understood, Gringo?
Understood.
I just had an amusing thought. If that other fellow was telling the truth, you, the sheriff, will be robbing your own town. Adelante!
Dame la parra.
Clay under the gun in there. Diego must suspect something. What are we going to do? We wait.
Something wrong, Gringo? Just a little bit nervous. You got a smoke?
Thanks.
What now? It'd be best if you could move it a couple of feet away from the wall.
Why would that be? Do what he says and be silent, both of you.
Another foot, we got it. You should have brought some of your bigger men along, General.
Push, Antonio. Push, Jorge.
Just a little bit more should do it.
Push, you fools. We haven't got all day.
Let me give you a hand.
Hi, Harry. You got a match?
It is with sincere gratitude the Mexican government expresses appreciation of your efforts in capturing the bandit known as El Tigre de Sonora. A detachment of troops will arrive at the international border to receive custody of your prisoner on the 19th of this month. Yours in friendship, Armando Ramirez, Secretario Particular to El Presidente Porfirio Diaz. You know what to frame this, Clay. Next time you go jump on the border after some gunman, it might come in handy.
All right, General. Let's go.
You will pay for this, gringo.
Sure. Sure.
Juan Diego, self-made general. I wonder what makes him do it.
I don't know. At least he'll get a military funeral in front of a firing squad.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.